But then, I mean, getting committed twice for mental health reasons, that probably takes some time away.
Yeah, for sure. I was writing letters to him while he was in prison.
What kinds of stuff were you saying?
We just hanging there and like updating.
Don't hang yourself.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to episode 3 of What's Your Damage with Jez World's podcast with a vengeance. This episode I talk to good friend, good comedian, Singaporean heavyweight Jacky Ng. I think at some point we reference our mutual friend Colin Christopher, who is far more mentally ill than Jacky, and who in fact I interviewed first, but his episode's coming later because he has less followers online. He got committed a couple of times, completely lost his mind. Very interesting episode. That is next week for the podcast. Please subscribe. You can find Jacky online on Instagram, Jacky Ng Comedy. JACKYNG Comedy. Also go to his website, jacky.sg. So that's JACKY.sg for links to everything he is doing. He's got shows on sale in Perth and Melbourne, and I'm sure Singapore soon again. Everything's gone so good for Jacky. He's got nothing wrong with him, and it's almost a frustrating thing to try and interview him on a podcast about trauma. We did get into some interesting topics like trying to fuck in your house while living with your parents as an adult, which is a normal Singaporean problem and does not mean he's a loser. We did talk about some family strain and what it is to, how it is difficult to tour while in a relationship. We ended up talking a lot about comparative cultures in Southeast Asia. I do think it's an interesting and fun episode. I hope you enjoy it. Also, I have to plug again, please go to YouTube and watch my special White Rice Supreme. You don't even have to watch it, just turn it on. Mute it, leave it in a tab, and let it play out. And that helps too. It's, of course, on all the various streamers. Like and subscribe and all that good jazz. I have tickets on sale in Perth, Melbourne, Auckland, Wellington, Dunedin. More are coming online all the time. Go to my website to find links to those, jezwatts.com. Here it is, episode 3, Jacky Ng.
I'm 31 this year.
And how long have you been doing comedy?
This is my 11th year.
And do you live with your parents?
Yeah.
Everyone here lives with their parents so long.
Yeah, but...
And I understand it's like a normal thing.
Yeah, it is. And it's also because houses are just so expensive.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's one city that's also a nation.
Mm-hmm.
There's only so much room.
Yep.
What is it? Because you're...
Do you know about how people buy houses here?
The HDB thing?
Yeah, they get married so that they can buy a house.
Yeah, well, you have to wait till 35 if you're unmarried, or if they're a good citizen and get married early. Then you can buy whenever.
Yeah. So I just got engaged.
And I think I saw you do a joke about it. We're like, oh, just so I could get the HDB or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
But what is it like? So I've been staying here with my partner and like her mother and brother, and they just moved into an HDB.
Right.
It's we've not really been fucking,
okay,
because it feels like close quarters.
Yeah.
What is it like trying to pursue a romantic relationship in your parents' house as an adult?
Well, you're not really pursuing the relationship in the house.
Where do you do it then? Because there's not much space.
Well, you could go for a staycation.
Okay.
There are apps that lets you like book a room
by the hour.
Yeah, for like 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah, nice places.
Interesting.
Fancy. Well, I think it's also a function of the economy not doing that good. So like, there are all these hotels that are like, oh yeah, you can have day use rates. Or I think some Singaporeans even also can go to Malaysia. Like you go to Johor.
But then so sex becomes only for special occasions.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, I've been in my relationship for almost 12 years. That's true for me now, too.
Of course.
But it didn't used to be. It used to be whenever the mood struck us,
Right, yeah. Well, we were living together. We had rented a place for a year.
Okay.
Just last year.
Yeah.
And then now that our HDB flat is coming, we figured it's for the best that we stay with our parents and try to save them
that makes
for the mortgage.
Yeah, of course, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right, interesting.
Yeah.
So the recent tour, we were talking about this before the record. Are you okay talking about how the show didn't happen?
Yeah. Some guy in Bangkok was like, hey, we're doing the show and we can pay you. I think they were saying like 3,000 baht. And it's quite a...
I don't know what the exchange is. Okay, yeah. But almost flights as well.
With flights and accommodation covered. Right. So I was like, if you if I have flights, I will show up. If there are no flights, then I won't show up. Like it's as simple as that. I should have insisted on accommodation as well.
So wait, how much notice did you get that the show didn't happen from selling no tickets?
Then the day before the show, they messaged me and they were like, "Hey, we didn't sell any tickets." And I was like, "Yeah, that makes sense because you didn't ask me for a photo, you didn't ask me for my write up, you didn't ask for anything." And so they were like, "Yeah, so we didn't sell any tickets. The show is not happening. We cannot pay you the fee, or the accommodation."
Yeah, but they've already bought the flight.
Yeah, but the flight's bought and they can't get a refund on that. So I'm like, I'm going to Bangkok for holiday.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And then, so I was talking about how the scene is like kind of right wing. There was one show that I did that was quite interesting. Like the comics there, they messaged me. They were like, "Hey, we have a show happening tonight. Do you want to come and do a spot?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm down to do whatever." And they sent me the poster. And this is on audio, but I'll show this poster to you.
Yeah. I'll get it from you. I'll put it up on like the digital stuff.
Yeah, it's a top secret anti-woke comedy show. Look at that. No safe spaces. No trigger warning.
This is every fucking stereotype of a terrible show. I say this as someone, I used to, like, the first time I made, like, when I started sort of living off comedy was through, like, touring with festivals for Australia and the Edinburgh Fringe and stuff. And I say this as someone who did run a show called The Nasty Show that was all about filthy and offensive stuff. Yeah. But everyone who advertises like no safe space, they're the weakest cunts in the world. Like they are afraid that someone will yell at them.
Yeah.
And they're just fucking pussies. And
so this
and they never have jokes. They just have offensive things they want to say.
They were just
put a
yelling
punchline behind an offensive thing, and I'm super on board.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, so will most audiences be. You don't have to have a special show for it.
Yeah.
If it's funny enough, you'll get away with whatever.
For sure. So the venue of this is in this bar called the Propaganda Bar.
Okay, perfect.
And I get into the room and there's a poster of Hitler on the wall.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's really fun.
It's Hitler on the wall. Yeah, Hitler's watching you while you do your set.
Yeah, the most predictable punchline. Oh, that's great. I do have in my office, my apartment at home. Like I have like a room that's the office for that. I do have a framed photograph of Bill Cosby.
Okay.
That I never call attention to. I just leave it there for comedians to see and either mention it or not. And then if they don't, I'm just like, well, fine, they'll just win. But I know that's stupid. These guys think they're so cool for having a Hitler poster.
They do though. It's like
yeah, we got Hitler.
It's completely no irony. It's like, that's right. You're where it's at.
So you did
now.
The show?
I did an opening spot, and then I left right after my spot.
Yeah, you don't just see the rest of them. How did you do? Did you crush it?
I did okay because I suppose it's the host goes on stage and the host is like, "Hey, you might have to censor this," but I swear to God, word for word, this is what
I won't censor it.
The MC says. The MC goes, "Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the anti-woke comedy show. Hey, you in the front row, you a faggot?
Yeah."
Huh? I'ma fuck you, man. I'ma fuck you. Hey, you on the left, are you a faggot? Hey, you on the right, are you a faggot? And then he brings me on. And so I'm like, so I get on stage and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Do you guys pay money for this?
Did they pay?
I have no idea. It's an invitation only. They're like, you just show up to this room and then this is fucking...
Yeah.
He's a Ukrainian comic as well, calling everyone a faggot. So I guess when I did that, the audience understands how ridiculous a situation everyone is in. And
absolutely.
And then I get into some of my material and they do okay, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta go. I'm heading off to another spot now.
You weren't. You just needed to leave.
I just had to.
Yeah, it is. It does feel like such an excuse for laziness.
It is, yeah.
But it also is, if I'm going to be honest, like it's maybe not quite to that extreme, but like that's how I was when I first started. And I think a lot of comics when they first start, it's really hard to get laughs. It's hard even, 10, 12 years in with new material to know if it's funny.
Yeah.
It's really challenging. It hurts a lot when you don't get laughs.
Yeah.
And if you get just any reaction at that level of comedy, you go, well, they reacted.
Yeah.
So I got what I came for.
Yeah.
But it's like, it would be much more brave to try and do a joke and then have that fail or live But yeah, oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm mad now. So all right, so that's Bangkok. Like, where have you gone? Like, what are the list of countries and places you performed?
So this time around, from Bangkok, I went to Kuala Lumpur.
Yep,
Malaysia,
which used to have the Crack House, and now
which used to have the Crack House. Yeah. Now they don't. Now, well, Rizal is running a show called the Ong Show. I don't know if you've seen that on. The Ong Show is the reverse Gong Show.
Okay.
So the Gong Show is if there are enough pedals up, then you get gonged off.
Right.
But the Ong Show,
they have to hold them up and then put them down, or
so I think maybe only 10 of the audience members get the cards.
Right.
And every card that goes up,
yeah,
you get 30 seconds added to your set.
Oh, I really like that. That's so much more positive.
So it's like
that's what I don't like about gong shows is it creates this adversarial relationship between the comedian and the audience. And like my style is, hey, we're all in this together. We're here for joy. That we're all creating together. And so I really don't like gong shows. Not because I've never won money at any of them, but also that. But I think it does sort of just set the audience. Oh yes, we'll try and make it hard or whatever. It's like you're actually cheating yourself out of laughter.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and also I think Rizal did it because the Asian audience are just not as mean as a white audience.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Right? Like I think there are times when the promoters out here try to do a gong show and it just doesn't
and people
work.
are like too polite.
People just don't dare to. They're like,
that makes sense.
So I did that, and that was actually a lot of fun.
I think you could just put all aunties in.
Yeah.
And in my experiences, they're willing to be mean.
Not at the show though. Like,
afterwards, I mean? Like, you are fat, actually.
Yeah. The aunties will be mean because like they're at home and they have like some kind of homegrown advantage and they know they have backing. But in the public space at the show, I don't think they will do that.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. Yeah. All right. So so you've been in Malaysia, in Thailand. Where else?
Vietnam, which I love. I think the scene there is really nice.
Yeah, cool.
Cambodia is a tiny scene.
Okay.
It's like...
This is all English language stuff?
Yeah.
Have you done, have you ever done comedy in another language?
I've done like 4 sets in Mandarin.
How did it go?
They did all right.
Okay.
Like I had 2 jokes.
Did you translate jokes across?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there were just 2 bits that I had that were easily translatable.
Yeah, okay.
And then I did that for those Chinese Mandarin gigs that I did. But I've only done them in Singapore. I haven't done them anywhere else. I would like to try it in China sometime. I went to Hong Kong this year as well. And then I went on a holiday from Hong Kong because from Hong Kong, you can take the high-speed rail now to pretty much anywhere in China. I didn't find any other comedy clubs, but now the Chinese comics are telling me there is a new comedy club in Shanghai.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And they even do English shows there, so I'm hoping to check it out sometime.
Yeah, I was booked to do gigs at Kung Fu Comedy, which used to be run by
Andy
Curtin.
Yeah.
And then the government shut it down like 2 weeks before I already had my flights and everything, and then and the run was booked, and then the government shut it down. I don't think it's because of me. I think they have bigger plans.
Yeah.
But they were at the time, it was like 2019. I think they were just sort of cracking down a little bit on free expression that might be anti-government or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's good to see that comedy's back.
Yeah, it seems like it. I think Chinese comedy is massive.
Yeah. There's a lot of people there.
Yeah. But it's also a thing that they really enjoy.
Yeah, sure.
Because they also have a reality TV show.
Okay.
They have like The Voice, but for stand-up.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Right. I think it's called Type 5. That's what it's called in Mandarin. Type 5 comedy show. And you perform, and then if the judges like you, they give you a light. And I think if you get 4 lights, the stage raises. And then you go to the next level.
Yeah, okay. That's genuinely fun, I think. Okay. And Australia, of course. Yeah?
Australia,
Yeah.
The Philippines.
Okay.
Mainly in Manila, and then wherever the Filipino comics would bring me, because I don't remember, but they would like go on tour. Like the comics in the Philippines are super popular now,
right?
Because of their podcast.
Oh yeah. Colin was telling me about
the
this.
Coop House.
Yeah.
They're like superstars in the Philippines now. And I also went to Bali last year.
Okay. I was supposed to do, because I went there just for like a holiday with my partner. And then, I was booked in to do some club there that someone connected me to. But I understood you weren't supposed to drink tap water in Bali.
Yeah.
I understood that.
Yeah.
But then my partner booked us into a really nice resort, and for some reason, I just had in my head that they must have like a central filter on the water for the resort, but they didn't.
Yeah.
And so I was like filling up this bottle, and then my partner tends to get dehydrated, so I was really making her drink a lot of water from the bottle that I had filled, and then also I was drinking a lot. And so we drank like probably 5-6 liters of barley tap water.
Oh, fuck.
And then because of diarrhea, I couldn't go to the gig.
For sure. Of course. Yeah.
But how did you find it? Was it a lot of expats?
Yeah, well, it's the shows that I did were 90% tourists.
Yeah.
So this guy's secret comedy in Bali. They market it as like, oh, it's a secret show. Everything's a secret.
Yeah.
And they make it look like it's the coolest thing,
Cool.
which it kind of is. And so the audience were like 90% tourists.
Right.
And maybe 10% expats.
Yep.
And then within that 10% would be like the expats' local wife.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. But I do think Bali has they have very strict on the paperwork and visa and stuff like that. So one of the
I
shows
think it's become stricter.
Yeah. One of the shows I did, the immigration people came, and he was like, he had a earpiece in one side, and I didn't pay attention to that because to me it's like it's just what an old Asian man does. Like sometimes on the bus in Singapore, some guy has one earpiece on, like a Bluetooth headset, but then the headliner goes on and he's like, "Oh, why do you have one earpiece in your ears? Oh, you fucking undercover immigration." And then the next day, immigration shows up and shows him a clip of him saying that to immigration.
Yeah, right.
And then they took his passport.
What?
Fucking nuts. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And it's like we all have our papers.
Yes.
They actually like the booker. He actually.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Because I got told I could perform there as long as for no money.
You're right,
but without like particular visa or whatever.
Yeah. So I was there for like a 2-month residency. So they made sure to have all of the papers.
Yeah.
But immigration still came and.
Well, you probably shouldn't talk shit to them directly
during the show. But they were undercover. We didn't even know
of course.
that they came.
Yeah. But that's obviously he went away being like, hey, they don't respect us. Like, let's show them respect.
Yeah. So they were like. They took the papers and be like, oh, you know, this you filled this part wrongly, and so it was like a whole thing. So
brutal. Yeah,
like I'm glad I got to do those 2 months. But now when comics ask me about Bali, I'm just like, I don't know if you should do it because it's kind of scary.
Yeah, absolutely.
With everything that had happened.
That was because when I like with the Shanghai trip, because we already had the tickets booked, we just went anyway.
Yeah.
And then like there were some bar shows or whatever that were still running, even though the club had been shut down. But yeah, one of the shows, like a police officer like came up on a bicycle and was like looking through the window, like, what's going on? This seems like a gathering that we don't like.
Right.
And everyone, all the comics on the show got really tense, and they were like, hey, just like maybe like dial it down or whatever. Maybe because you're white, go and just stand in the back there. Right. They're gonna definitely not like you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a very stressful thing having the state interfere with comedy.
Yeah.
Does that happen in Singapore at all? Because you guys have a very strong like state government.
Yeah.
But like, how do they feel about the arts and expression?
Well, I think first of all, I don't know if they would classify stand-up as the arts.
That's fair.
A lot of the grants that are given out, there are quite a few arts grants, but I think stand-up is just not in that classification.
That happens in Australia too.
Yeah. But other than that, like, you know, all of the shows that you've done here, all of the bar gigs, as long as the venue has like a public entertainment license,
they don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah.
It's pretty chill. I think people have this idea that Singapore is no freedom of speech and it's a very authoritarian government. But my experience is that it's actually pretty chill. You can in my experience, Singapore is actually the place where you can say the most things in all of Southeast Asia.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. The only challenge is when we're doing a show in a theater, then we would need a license.
Okay.
Because we need a rating to sell the tickets to however big the theater is.
Okay.
So we would need to submit the scripts, and then they will give you.
Oh, you have to like follow the script. Is there repercussions if you don't?
No.
Okay.
No. We usually make it clear to them, right? Like, this is a script, but we are not like stand up is such that we are not saying it word for word.
Right.
It's like a part of a performance.
But this is
things like
the
that.
rough content or whatever. Yeah.
So the census is IMDA in Singapore, the Infocom Media Development Authority.
Okay.
And I guess when I first started out, every time I had to submit a script to them, it's like, oh, fuck these guys. Fuck, you know. But over time, I've come to realize that the people that we are dealing with, they are not Big Brother. You know what I mean? They're not like the set. They are just a person at a job. Like they've applied for a job. And their job is to look at this thing and ask you questions according to the checklist that is there. So they are usually pretty chill about it.
Right.
There are times when they'll be like, oh, you can't say this, you can't say that. And you can, more often than not, reason your way with them. And they are pretty understanding.
What kinds of things have you had pushback on?
Just like mostly religious and race stuff.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
But the audiences here love race stuff.
The audiences,
they love it.
They love it. Yeah. It's really what people say. Like in the coffee shops, it's all the jokes that I grew up with. It's all race stuff. You know, and it's hard to not love it if it's all you've known for so long.
So, all right. So the state more or less like doesn't interfere. And then like what's been your experience in terms of like audience expectation here? Do you feel that Singaporean audiences are conservative, permissive, liberal? Like what's your experience of performing to the crowds here?
I think in general, I think Singapore is a pretty conservative state. But the people that come to watch stand-up, they tend to lean more liberal.
Yes.
So yeah, they're pretty chill. And then we also have like the more progressive shows with the Xiao Zabo, which is like a female run night, and they feature queer acts and everything.
Yeah, great.
That'd be like a super permissive crowd, and they're super supportive and they're cheering.
Great.
And it's a lot of fun to do. And then we also have like the super like outright Trump loving comedy circle. That I performed with during COVID because I was desperate for stage time.
Oh, of course.
But I haven't.
If you need any gigs, you'll do any gigs. Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, I think Singapore, the audiences here really do span the entire spectrum.
I've definitely, the gigs I've done here the last few weeks, have really varied quite a lot in terms of just the demographic makeup. Yeah. Between clubs, but also even just between shows sometimes.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the greatest strength, or like that's what we have going for us as comics here in Singapore. Is that we have such a diverse audience.
It makes you such a better comic. Yeah, having to make stuff work to not your ideal crowd. Yeah. It only makes jokes better. That's why I love touring and performing different places. Yeah. It's like, okay, well, certain stuff doesn't work. How can I make it work? And anytime I change a bit to make it work for, some other audience, it's like it always becomes better when I bring it back home. For sure. Too. Yeah. It just makes it a stronger piece of material.
Yeah, and I think the flip side of that is that a lot of the comics that start here and they perform to such a wide range of audience that they have an easier time when they start traveling.
I think so. Yeah.
So I do feel incredibly fortunate.
Because you do like Aditya's like dark shows in Perth and Melbourne. I did get told, I think it was Colin was telling me this, not on the pod, but he was saying like, trying to explain how permissive the Perth dark show audience is. Right. Said, you know that joke Jacky does about the guy in the wheelchair, right? Which it's essentially I mean, you don't have to do the bitter end, but it's being very mean to a guy in a wheelchair. Yeah. But he said, you know how he does it here and you can barely get away with it. In Perth, the guy gets raped at the end. And then he said, and so we gotta go. Which I think Perth is actually, famously within Australia, is the most permissive city. Right.
And that dark show is...
And the dark show is it's the most permissive of the most permissive. Yeah. But that's actually a worthwhile point to say. Okay, so what's the worst gig you've ever done? Like, what's your biggest bomb that you've had?
Oh, biggest bomb. It's hard for me to say because I feel like all of the bombs that I've had is buried.
You don't remember them?
I hardly remember.
Man, mine are like ever present. I wake up and I just start to cycle through them.
Well, actually, last year, at the Perth Fringe, the very last night, there was this. I think it was probably Boats and Bogans or or Racist Immigrants, one of those.
Which is essentially the same show.
Yeah. But like I had nothing from the crowd, like literally just nothing, like just all of them just looking at me. And I was also just going to the airport after the show.
Oh yes, you sort of checked out a little bit.
I was on the way already.
Right.
But it was definitely the worst show of the whole Fringe.
Right. Oh, you really want that to be the last one?
Yeah.
And then you just go sit on the plane and sit in the feeling.
It was just so it was a funny like image for the people in my Telegram channel. Like I was just updating them like, oh my god, this is the last show and everybody's dying. I think I'm gonna die. And then I'm like, guys, I died so badly. I'm going to the airport right now. And it's just me pulling my luggage.
Do you feel like it hurts you less now that you sort of have a career? I feel like early on for me at least, like the bombs hurt a lot more because they really made me question whether I should even be doing comedy. Like my second or third gig, I bombed so hard that I remember like coming home and I like my partner was sitting on the couch and I knelt on the floor in front of her and I put my head in her lap and I cried.
Oh, shit.
Because at that point, it's like such a large percentage of my gigs have been bombs.
Right. Out of the 3 you've done.
Yeah. It's like, third of all the gigs have been bombs. Yeah. So.
Well, I think I like to think that bombing is just a part of the job.
Sure.
Right? It's part of pursuing this. And each bomb ideally makes you a better comic.
Absolutely. I think you learn a lot more from a gig that goes poorly.
Yeah.
If all the jokes go good, you go, okay, great. But when it goes really bad, it also like gives you more motivation to not feel like that again. Yeah. So you work harder.
So I don't think like a bomb has ever made me question myself whether I want to keep doing comedy. It's the other way. It's if I see another comic doing like incredible, amazing material that I'm like, fuck, if this guy is doing this, what the fuck am I doing? I'm wasting everybody's time.
I've heard that from people. I'm the opposite. Like when I see someone like, I feel like I tend to approach the world with humility. So I never have it in my head I'm the best. So it's never like rocks me to see someone so much better than me. I just go, oh, look at this thing to work towards.
Right.
It always makes me very excited. Like I love seeing like amazing touring comics. Like Maria Bamford came through Melbourne like 6 months ago, 8 months ago, or whatever. And so I always go away and write much better material when I go and see someone not than me. And it's not in their voice or anything, but it just makes me excited.
Right.
I just like look at the things you can do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, most of the time that's how I feel. But then like once in a while there'll just be an incredible, just mind blowing. I'm like, fuck, what are we doing? Like it's such a
Do you feel like you're mentally and emotionally well?
I like to think I'm okay.
You seem well adjusted.
Could definitely be better.
More than Colin.
For sure. But I think having Colin being surrounded by Colin, being near Colin helps me to.
I like surrounded by Colin. That's good.
Keep there's a benchmark there that I can always hold myself to.
Okay.
As long as Colin is doing much better these days.
I was quite surprised, having only like really met him recently. Like I was surprised to learn that he'd been committed twice.
Right. Because your interaction with him.
Yeah, he didn't seem he didn't seem like those things had happened necessarily. Right. In his backstory.
He used to be nuts, but now
clearly,
he's
clinically.
Honestly, like in my conversations with him recently, I think he's doing much better than me mentally.
Okay.
Because he has like a morning schedule. He wakes up early in the morning.
He's telling me he's journaling and
all of those things that I don't do, and I feel like that's something that I really that I have to learn from Colin.
Have you set a wedding date? Because you're engaged now.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea of how quickly you'd want to do that?
So our flat is only ready in 2028. So we've had this conversation, and I think we have an understanding between us that we want to get married and then go into our new house. Yeah,
that makes sense.
We don't want to have a nice wedding and then go back to our parents' place.
That does feel sad.
Yeah. But that is more common in Singapore than the other way around. But
what's your relationship? So you each live separately with your parents, right? So what's your relationship like with your parents? What's hers with her parents? I mean, maybe don't speak to hers actually.
But my parents, my dad's a cop here.
Oh,
right. But he's pretty chill. He works in the evidence department.
Okay.
He's not really out like catching people or whatever.
Right. Okay.
But he's a big Sherlock Holmes fan as a kid, and that's what's motivated him to join the police here.
Is he like a formal detective, or like he just like works in the evidence room?
Yeah.
So is he like upset that he's not out on the street solving crime?
Well, not anymore. Maybe I think he's
when he was a younger man. He maybe wanted.
He's approaching his retirement now.
Okay.
So I think they are like extending him year by year.
Yeah. Okay.
To be like, oh yeah. So I think he's just signed another year.
Yeah.
Like this past week.
Okay.
Well, my mom's like a factory worker in she cuts ginseng for like supplements and stuff.
Okay, right.
And
how do they feel about you being a comedian?
I think my dad's pretty okay with it. Like my dad's pretty supportive. Like whatever I want to do,
yep,
he's been supportive. My mom's like worried.
Yes,
I
think it's worrying.
Yeah,
I think a parent that loves you shouldn't be supportive necessarily.
Right.
Like unless they see some evidence of success or whatever. Which now I think you've had some.
Yeah. So,
but I imagine there was a period of time when they both were like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. So when I first started, so my first gig was 2 weeks before I went into national service.
Oh yes, okay. What was your role in national service? Because you don't get to pick what you do, right?
Yeah,
they allocate you.
I'm a mechanic.
Oh, cool.
I'm a mechanic.
You actually developed a trade.
Yeah, I actually have a certificate that proves I can fix cars, but I can't really. But
you don't want to.
So I went into the army. I tore my ligament. My ACL right before I went to the army.
Oh shit!
And that lowered my pass rating.
Yes, okay.
So I'm not a combat soldier.
Right, yeah.
So then when I got into my unit as a mechanic,
yep,
I book out every day at 6 p.m.
Wow.
And that allowed me to do stand-up.
While doing NS?
On the open mic on Wednesdays.
That's awesome.
So I got 2 years, a year and a half.
Yeah. Because you get a wage and stuff as well, right?
From the army.
Yeah.
I got an allowance.
Yeah.
And then after the army, I had wanted to go and start working, but I decided I should go to school, not like just to buy more time to do stand up, so that I could keep doing stand up.
Classic move.
So that my mom wouldn't be worried.
What's the education system here like for university? Like, do parents pay up front? Is there a government allowance or anything? Like, in Australia, it's sort of a deferred payment thing. So not necessarily taking a loan, but the government is like, all right, we'll cover your fees.
Okay.
But then we'll eventually want you to pay it back kind of thing.
Right. Well, I went to a private uni.
Okay. I was going to say you come from money, but like not really.
No, not really.
It's a cop and a factory worker. That's salt of the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's but my grandfather who worked as a construction worker, and I used to have a bit about this. He left a sum of money for me and my sister to go to school.
Oh, that's great.
Right.
And now you've become a comedian.
And then
having wasted his money.
And then my sister is she's an academic. She's doing a PhD now in environment stuff. So when I told my dad about the course I want to take and how much it was gonna cost, my dad was like, "Oh yeah, your grandfather left you this whole sum of money."
So what did you study?
It was communications.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad was like, "Yeah, we have this money, like this is like your grandfather left you the exact amount of money you need to pay for this program."
Okay.
And I'm like, "Isn't that money like for me and my sister? Like, isn't it half?" It's like, "No, your sister's like she's got scholarships." They're all covered. Like you go and study.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
you got rewarded for your lack of ability.
Yeah. Oh, my sister's great ability in studying.
That's awesome.
So then I did that, so that I could continue doing stand up.
Yes.
So that was like 3 years, and then right after that, I was like, okay, let's try and do stand up full time and see where this takes us.
Yeah.
And
so what year is this? At this like coming up to COVID, I guess, right?
2019.
Oh, okay.
2019, I had started doing stand-up, and I think it was going okay. And then in 2020, I was kind of on tour. I was like in Saigon, and I was going to travel up to Cambodia and do some more stuff. And then my mom called me. I was like, there's this COVID thing. You got to come back.
Yes, absolutely.
And then I came back to Singapore, and then Singapore went into a lockdown. And I'm on Instagram, and Vietnam's not in a lockdown.
Well, yeah, I had a similar issue because I moved from Perth to Melbourne with my partner in late 2019 so that I could do more gigs. And then Melbourne had the longest lockdown in the world. And Perth never went into one.
Right. Yeah.
And everyone I left in Perth, I'm going to be a real comedian. They were just like, yeah, we fucking loving it. And all the gigs are paid and it's the sold out crowds. Everyone's proud of themselves.
Yeah. And you could say all the fucked up things you want because it was all in Perth as well.
Well, that's true. I do think it makes you a worse comedian. I learned a lot of bad lessons in my first couple of years, and I think it's a better thing to perform to crowds that hold you to a standard, let's say.
For sure.
Although I very much enjoy going back to Perth, and I have a show on sale there now. Please come.
Oh, yeah.
So then you're like, at that point, coming into COVID, you're like 5 years in, 6 years in or whatever. You basically have gone, okay, I'm going to go full time.
Yeah.
Then you have the COVID reset.
Yeah.
And you come back out of that and you do pretty well.
Yeah, so during COVID, I got a job.
Okay.
And that's at the social media. That's at the social media place.
Right. This is great.
And that's
you've done all cohesive moves. The communications degree, like deliberately tearing your ACL so you could go to comedy. So then your NS helps. And then this social media thing is perfect.
The social media thing did help, I guess, my presence online.
Absolutely, yeah. Which now it's like the main thing in the industry.
Your online presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's I think a big part of me I think working in social media made me hate social media that much more now.
Right.
It's like every time I post something, I get reminded, oh, you got to look at the caption, you got to do the fucking thumbnail, you got to do this.
Yeah.
And it's all of this thing that are like, fuck. But nowadays, I don't care. Now I just post. And that's probably why the numbers aren't great. Because I just post.
Right.
Without thinking through all of that. But there's no way I could do it. There's no way I could do it like how I used to.
Yeah, I've had friends of mine who've like, broken it big on socials or whatever, have explained to me the strategies they use.
Yep.
And in a way where here's how to do it and here's your step-by-step guide to follow. And I go, and every time I'm glad that works for you.
Yeah.
I can see how what you're telling me is totally correct.
Yeah. And
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, because
I only have so much bandwidth and I mostly want to think about jokes.
Yeah.
And I just recorded a special. I spent a bunch of money on it. I'm gonna make all the moves to hope it goes well. But the main thing is I just want to get better at comedy.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's not the best way to make money.
Yeah.
But I didn't get into comedy to make money.
Yeah.
So it's fine. But for me, not my partner. She's mad. She's
but
mad a lot.
If she's a vet, is she covering the?
No, we keep all our money separate.
Okay.
So that's why I've been very poor and stressed for a long time.
I see.
Yeah. But at the moment, which is not normally the case, at the moment I owe her some money. I had to borrow.
Ah, okay.
Like if I hadn't spent 15 grand on this special this year, I'd be okay. I wouldn't be good financially, but I would be okay. Right. But as it is, I'm like in debt now, 6 or 7 grand. So I owe her some money, and I owe some other friends money, and 2 family members some money, and then that adds up to like 7 or 8 grand that I owe.
Do the people you owe get to watch the special before it comes up?
I mean, would they want to? I'm gonna try and get them to watch it once it's out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, one guy like invested 4 grand in it.
Oh, okay.
Which I actually like. It was a guy I met at an open mic. He's like a newer comedian, but he has like a real job. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll invest. Like I had a taping that fell apart, and so it got delayed, and it was basically I lost a few grand in the thing that fell apart. And then he was like, oh, I'll put money in the special. I'll pay for it. I'll be a producer and stuff, and I'll get the profits. And I immediately said to him, there's not going to be any profits. Like, that's an insane move. And then I went home and I told my partner, and I said, oh, you wouldn't believe this guy. He offered me money. And he's like, of course it's not any money. She went, call him back right now. I was like, but baby, there's no money. I can't, like, he's mentally ill, Like, and, then I went and I looked up some stuff and I sort of went, there's maybe some avenues to make something.
Okay.
And so then I reached out to him and I said, hey, listen, I looked into it. You can make some money, but I still then like tried to honestly explain the risk or whatever. And I said, so if you want to invest, you can, and let's write a contract where you get all the money initially it comes from any source until you're repaid.
Okay.
And then after that, we'll split the rest of it. And then I was like, okay, this is why it's not like completely taking advantage of someone for making a bad move. But yeah, he put some money in, but then it was like 2 weeks after the record, he sent me like a message, like, all right, when's my first payment? I'm like, what are you talking about? I haven't even paid the guy to edit it yet. Yeah. Also, like, I don't know if there's regular payments coming to you, brother.
Yeah, like how does he think where does he think the money's coming from? All right, it's just
But I did get really badly yelled at when I turned it down flat. So what was your childhood like? It seems like a loving family.
Yeah.
You have one sister, multiple?
I have a younger sister.
Yep.
We didn't always get along. I think we just, but growing up, I have godparents. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Right. I have like a set of godparents.
Right.
That would look after me when my dad is like busy working. So I spent a lot of my childhood with my godparents, and they are very loving.
Right.
I think my parents, because I am their own child, they are a bit more strict.
Right. Okay.
When it comes to schooling and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And on the weekends, I would go to my godparents, and then they would feed me all the McDonald's I wanted. And,
Great. Food is love.
And buy me all the toys.
Yes,
I
food is
want.
love in Chinese culture, I've been told.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I'm lucky to have two sets of kind of loving parents. Maybe my mom is she can be very naggy. and I get kind of frustrated at that.
Sure.
And she has her brothers from my mom's Indonesian.
Oh, okay, right.
She comes from Tanjung Pinang, which is an island nearer to Singapore than it is to Jakarta.
Okay.
And then she has her brothers that would come and live with us sometimes. And those guys would bully me as a kid. Like these are
like
my
mean
uncles.
bullying or fun bullying? You remember it as mean bullying?
I remember. I'm sure they remember it as fun, but
Yeah.
I think of it as very mean, right?
Okay.
Like when they come, they would live in my room, and then they would stay up late, and then I can't sleep.
Right.
And so
How old would you have been?
7, 8.
Yeah. Okay.
But this happened fairly regularly. Like every couple of years, they would come, and I would hate it, and so I hated my uncle. And,
Right.
And I think how I expressed that is I would ignore him, and every time he's here, I would stay out and not come home.
Right.
And I think that put a strain on my relationship with my mom.
Yeah.
Because she's like,
why
this is my brother. Like, why?
Yeah, this is family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think over time we've come to learn to tolerate one another, but they're not here as often anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is
The uncle.
her your uncles and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then your relationship with your mother now is better?
It's better. I think she still worries about stand-up. And
Yeah, sure.
like you were saying, like you need to show them some kind of result to not make them worry. And I think my dad has gotten past that. My dad's no longer worried.
Great.
But my mom needs to be constantly
they've seen your
reassured.
shows?
They've seen, well, I think they actually, the one and only show my mom has seen, or actually the both of them, is the biggest show I've ever done.
Perfect.
It's like 20,000 people.
Wow, you did a show 20,000 people?
It's like in a fucking open field
Wow.
at Gardens by the Bay.
Wow.
It was 5 minutes for National
Right.
Day.
Yeah, okay.
But like I think
I had in my head that you were doing an hour to 20,000 and I was like,
no,
that's sick, man.
Nah.
But even 5 is awesome. That's so cool.
It was a big fun moment. And then
Yeah.
the set that I did, I was talking about my mom.
Right.
And so that night, I think more people took photos with her
Sure.
than me.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think that kind of made her feel okay about it, but like she would constantly check in to be like, are you making money? Are you doing this? Are you making money?
Yeah. And then, your dad's always been pretty supportive.
Yeah.
And then what's your relationship like with your sister?
Well, my sister was away for a long time.
Right.
She studied her uni in Hong Kong, and then postgraduate, she went to Norway.
Oh, wow.
And then now she's back in Singapore to do her master's, her PhD.
Okay.
Her PhD is in NTU.
Okay, right.
And NTU is as good as overseas. It's so fucking far away.
Right.
So I mean, like when we were younger, we don't really interact much. Like she would go to school and I'll go to school, and then by the time we're home, we're just in our own rooms. But nowadays we chat with one another like on socials, and we check in once in a while. So it's getting better.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say we are like a loving family. I think it's like I think we're all fairly distant.
Yeah, okay.
Because we are not comfortable expressing ourselves.
Yeah, okay.
Too much.
Your dad is Singaporean Chinese?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
what's the what's the sort of the cultural distance between Indonesian and Singaporean Chinese? Like in terms of like your mother's perspective versus your father's?
I think it's quite similar.
Okay.
At least from my mom's
From
village.
her immediate family.
Because they are like the same Chinese. They speak the same Chinese dialect.
Oh,
They're
cool.
both Hokkien.
Yeah, okay.
So they kind of get along there, and then my dad gets along with everyone in her side of the family. And
Yeah, great.
She kind of gets along. So culturally, I think they are very similar. my
Yeah,
parents
but
and
then
I.
your godparents are more expressive, right? Or not?
Yeah. I don't know about more expressive, but they are more comfortable expressing love to me. But I think maybe when I was younger, they never really expressed any sort of pain or sorrow in front of me.
Mm.
But now that I'm older, they are sharing more stories to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I think we are just just kind of distant emotionally. But as I grow older, and maybe it is through stand up and how I try to connect with people that I'm like, oh, this doesn't feel right. That if I am connecting with people outside and I'm not connecting with the people that are closest to me, then that's kind of off. And
have you done any therapy, or do you have any interest in doing it?
I am interested in doing it, but I am also fairly apprehensive, afraid of what I might learn.
I was afraid of it before I got into it. Yeah, right. I really resisted it. I had to get pushed.
Right, but it's also cost.
Oh yeah. I'm lucky enough to get free therapy. Like there's in Victoria in Melbourne, there's like a subsidy or whatever, and then on top of that, because I was in the Australian Army, but it's not like national service or anything. And then just from being a veteran of that, I also get a subsidy. Right. So the combination of the two, it's like, oh, great. I get like 12 free sessions a year, which it's very hard to budget for things in a comedy income. Yeah. So that's the reason I'm able to justify. I'm like, oh, I'm getting it for free. I may as well do it. Yeah. But I think it's made me a much better comedian by making me more secure and more open. But you seem like a very secure person. You seem like someone who was told that they were loved growing up. Yeah, kind of. From my godparents, I think. Yeah. I am definitely privileged in many, many, many sense of the word. And whatever sort of sadness, sorrow that I have, it is probably buried, below all of the good things that I try to focus myself on. Sure. Yeah. You're not required to dredge it all up. Yeah. You're allowed to be happy. Yeah. I like to think so. How long have you been with your fiance? Just over 3 years now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. And what came into? Is that? Do people generally like settle down quickly here? Like, do relationships get accelerated? Yeah, I mean, because that feels like maybe a little bit early to get engaged. I don't know, but yeah. On account of how to get a house. Yeah, sure. That's how you kind of do it. So I mean, it's like a running joke among Singaporeans that you don't propose, you ask someone to buy a flat with you. Yes. That's what you do. So I mean, we were dating, and then she had like her dad had passed away. Right. Pretty early on in our relationship. Yeah. That's huge. That made her really like think, and then she was talking to me about, hey, do you think we could go and apply for a flat and everything? I think because it makes mortality real to lose a parent. Yeah. My first marriage, which didn't last. I'm sure yours will. Thank you. But that happened. My dad passed away, and I immediately was just, I have to marry whoever's around. Right. And so I proposed to a girl, and then we got married in Vegas like a month later. Yeah. But we were like drug buddies. Right. It wasn't like we were in a healthy relationship. I just immediately was like, I must put down roots because I lost a parent. But I think it can drive you to reassess things for sure. Right. Yeah. So and then I was like, yeah, sure, let's apply for this. Yeah, great. And then at the same time, this amazing project of a HDB flat came up. Right. It's Farrer Park Fields. Okay. And it's built on the field that I played football on as a kid. Okay. When I was like, okay, and so we applied for it. Honestly, like there's a part of me that's like, we're not getting it. Yeah. Because at that time, the news was like, me and my fiance, we just applied 7 times. It's our 8th time applying. We couldn't get a flat. And so there's a part of me that's like, yeah, we can just apply, but And then when we got it, I'm like, okay. You felt happy? Got it. I was happy. It feels a little bit like trying for a kid and then not being sure until the pregnancy comes. Until it comes, yeah. Yeah, okay. I was happy. I just want the flat to be healthy. Yeah. I was a bit shocked, but I'm like, okay, this is happening. It's a good thing, and then it's definitely made me refocus myself. I'm like, if comedy is what I want to do, I gotta do it proper, and sure, you gotta make it work. If this is where all the money is coming from, then we gotta make some money doing it. Does she work? She's like a graphic designer for a wine company. Okay, she does my posters. I was gonna say that's yet another like serendipity of your life. Yeah. Everything seems to really come together for you. You're a very lucky boy. I'm very lucky. Yeah. Kids? You guys want to have kids? Have you talked about it at all? We have, and we would like to. Again, we would like to do it
when we have our own place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Obviously, you're not gonna have them now.
Yeah.
But is it like something that you're planning for in the future?
Yeah. But see, the thing is, in Singapore, people would do that. People would have their kids before they get their house because the parents wants to look after the kids and, and all of these things. So.
Yeah, I definitely think because I've had a vasectomy, I think my future mother-in-law is like, man, I really, but maybe not me specifically, maybe her brother. She doesn't want to dilute the bloodline.
Right, yeah, because that's technically, if it's because it's your mother-in-law is your mother of the daughter.
Yes.
So the daughter, like the kid's not having their surname.
Yeah, well, we talked about, because so my legal name is Jez White Rice Supreme.
This is an exclusive on your podcast?
No, I mean, I got a bit about it. It's in my special or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, so just to very quickly say, like the first marriage, which came out of reaction to my dad dying, like we got married in Vegas, and I said we were drug buddies. We decided we were going to both pick a new surname to have together rather than her take mine or do a hyphen.
Right.
And so we picked Supreme because we thought it was cool. And then I was filling out the name change thing, and like I was like, I was changing my first name from Jeremy to Jez because only one fee. And then I was like, my middle name is James. I was like, that's so boring. Like picking so white rice with a hyphen is my middle name.
Okay.
But for that reason, because my legal name is Jez Supreme, Nicole, my fiance, has been like, well, I would never take the name of a man, but I could be Dr. Supreme, which is so cool. And so she's actually been really vacillating back and forth of whether she takes that name or not.
Okay.
I mean, she might end up keeping her name because she's a strong woman or whatever. But it's so
she could hyphenate her name and
his name is Sue, so it'd be Sue Supreme. It'd be Supreme with the speech impediment. So I guess that's what the kids would be called. Okay. But there's no kids, so it's vasectomy.
So we've talked about having kids, and I think we would eventually want to.
But there's like no rush.
Yeah, there's no rush.
Yeah, that's cool. Tell me about Work Harder, the album.
Well, it's a stand-up album.
Yeah. Is it crowd work album? You're doing like a lot of crowd work now, huh?
Yeah, so I do a crowd work show monthly now.
Yeah.
Because I find that that's just the most. It makes sense because if I was doing like a comedy special every month, then when it's time to do a big comedy special in a theater, then I would struggle to sell tickets.
Right.
But the crowd work, which I am fairly comfortable doing, it allows me to keep doing the show without burning any material. Yeah,
that's wise.
And also let people that have seen me come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it is what 90% of internet stand-up clips are. It's all crowd work.
Yeah, I do think that's somewhat of a negative.
Yeah, it is.
But I think you're right. And I think when you're within like a smaller scene and you have an audience, they don't want to come back. Even though it takes time to workshop jokes and make them better, they don't necessarily want to see the same premise 12, 14 times.
And then if they have
it's punishing them in a way.
And then by the time they come to, if I'm doing it in a theater,
they've seen every version of the joke on the way.
They wouldn't react appropriately anymore.
Yeah, I was at a friend's taping. Actually, he never put out the special, and I think I know why. But yeah, he's a really funny comic and very, very much loved in Melbourne. And all his fans came to see him do like essentially a best of show that he was recording. Right. And they were all laughing, like including me. We were all laughing at all like the little character moves and the improvisational parts within the bits.
Right.
And then the writing never got a payoff because everyone knows the end of the bit.
Right. Yeah.
And it's that thing of you do want to preserve the audience.
Yeah. So because I was doing like a Jacky and Friends every month.
Right.
And then that just doesn't feel sustainable long run. So
okay.
Then I tried doing a crowd work show, and then the first one went good enough that I'm like, okay, let's try to do this more regularly.
Yeah, great.
I have one coming up end of the month in August, which will be the third one we're doing.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And so Work Harder is like it's all bits.
It's all bits.
Yeah, okay, great.
Yeah, it's pretty old as well.
I
think it was right after COVID that it came out. Or even it might be before COVID actually. It was recorded before COVID.
You just did audio? Or is it okay.
Yeah, it was just audio. And because I was working and I still do, I work with an audio engineer closely, and he does like music and stuff. But we are just good friends, and
Yeah, great.
all of these things is just like ways that we can work together.
Yeah, cool.
So he recorded that for me, and then he mastered the sound,
Mm.
and then after work harder, we did Listen Together,
Okay.
which is a sketch comedy album.
Oh, interesting.
So that has, for whatever reason, been taken off Spotify. I don't know, somebody reported it or something.
Who knows what Spotify's doing,
Yeah.
man? That business is crazy.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
but that's all of the audio albums are available on YouTube now.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what's the next plan? What's the next career goal?
So having gone to Melbourne and watching all of these narrative shows, festival shows.
Oh, yeah.
I want to try doing that.
Yep.
I want to, like, instead of bit and then work my way to an hour, I want to do like a narrative show, like a one-man show.
Yeah, okay, great.
Yeah. So
Still comedy or no?
yeah, it would be comedy. So Sam is a theater man. He's a theater producer, and he works with like theater techniques.
Okay.
He's reached out to me and he's like, let's try and work on something together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I have this
Like
story.
he's a dramaturg or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But he does like mostly corporate stuff now. He's like using theater techniques to help people survive the corporate world.
Okay.
Which is definitely way more profitable than anything.
Everything is
Actual
more profitable than this.
Yeah. So but he's very kind. He's just like, I've seen you perform and I think there's something in you and let's work together. So we're working on a narrative show, and it's like I've just sent him my first draft. So
are there any festivals in Southeast Asia?
Not that I know of. Like when I first started, we used to have the Singapore Comedy Fringe, which would be like a week-long festival.
Yep.
But that's no longer happening.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's like the Improv Festival in Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also a bunch of improv festivals in like Manila.
So would you like stage the narrative one here for a while, or would you like tour it around festivals, or like what are you going to do with the narrative show?
I would definitely stage it here.
Yeah.
As a test run. And then I would want to bring it to Perth, to Melbourne.
Yeah.
And go on a festival run with it.
Yeah. Have you ever done Edinburgh?
No, I haven't.
Any interest?
Yeah, but it's always been
fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Are you ready to lose money?
Yeah, that's the biggest fear for sure.
Yeah.
Especially with the house and like family and all this.
Yeah, you've got real life plans now.
Yeah, so it will be a challenge, but I do want to do it. But it's also like, see, before I went to Melbourne, I'm like, why would I want to go to all these white places?
Sure.
Southeast Asia
I could see that.
Growing comedy, even all of Asia. Places like Taiwan, Hong Kong, all of these places, it's a growing comedy scene, and there's so much to be done and see here. So why wouldn't I just do that? And that's what I was focusing on. I would just go around the region and build my audience there. And then the first thing when I get into Melbourne, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Well, that's
There's so much more here.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, absolutely. But also, I think, and certainly that this has been my experience of going from Australia to the UK. It's like, well, there's so much more in the UK and in Edinburgh than there is in Australia.
Right.
Melbourne's a big festival as comedy festivals go, but Edinburgh is like three times the size or 4 times the size.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think you can do the other things and then still work in Asia. You don't have to like pick one or the other.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Edinburgh it's always felt like a big waste of money. It's a
huge amount of money to lose.
But like, yeah, having gone to Melbourne and having my mind blown that way, and then having comments in Melbourne tell me about Edinburgh, I'm like, I suppose I have to.
I think it's
eventually
worthwhile. I did it like the 3 years before COVID, and like I had it by the third one. I had it like dialed in enough that I knew the right moves for accommodation and the shows to do and how to do them, that I was turning a slight profit. I was paying rent at home while I was away for like the month, and then also making a little bit more beyond all my costs. Nice. But the first year I went, I lost $7,000 as like to investigate it, you know?
Right.
And then the year after that, I lost like $2,000. But it's particularly coming from this part of the world, this far away.
Yeah.
It's tricky. And it's more expensive now than it was.
There is an organization in Singapore helping to push artists to Edinburgh.
Oh, that's cool.
So there is like, I think this is like their first year doing it.
Yeah,
or at least from what I can see.
Because Edinburgh's like where I met like Jinx and I think Sam C as well. I met in Edinburgh first.
Yeah, so they have I think they're called the SG Fringe Spotlight or the Fringe SG Spotlight.
That's great.
So yeah, I do hope to, after this Fringe, this Edinburgh Fringe, like find out more about what they're doing and if I can apply to get some kind of funding from them.
Yeah. Some help like goes a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I do want to do it. It's just I have to figure out how. Like Melbourne and Perth so far I figured out, and I'm lucky enough to make friends that allow me to live with them.
Oh yeah.
And so when I save on
free
accommodation,
accom is huge.
That's the only way
that's the game, man. For being a touring comic, for sure.
Yeah.
So you're away like what, 3 months of the year?
Yeah.
How does your partner handle it? What's her feeling about that?
She's not a big fan, but she struggles with it really. Like sometimes when
I think
I'm
it's
away,
tough on a relationship.
Yeah, for sure. But usually what we would do is we would schedule for her to come visit towards the end of the festival.
Great.
So last year she came for the last week of the festival.
Yeah, okay.
So she saw my shows and then she got to watch a few other shows.
Yep.
And then after that we can go on a holiday.
Yeah, that's really nice.
So then we went to the Great Ocean Road.
Yeah, the Great Ocean Road is beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't do that often. I've done that a few times with trips, and it's once it becomes a joyful thing for the two of you together, it's like, well, now the whole thing is worthwhile in their eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's wise for you to do.
But it is painful for her more than it is for me.
Yeah,
because I am.
You're pursuing a dream and all that kind of stuff, right?
I mean, it does suck that I'm away from her.
Yeah,
but I am also with a lot of people that I admire and look up to and love. So it's not as hard for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we've made it work so far, and she's been understanding.
Yeah.
She is a Muay Thai practitioner.
So she'll beat you up if
you go
away too much?
Now and this weekend is her first real fight, like a sanctioned fight.
Yeah, okay.
So she might start touring, or she might start traveling for fights.
Oh, cool.
And then maybe when she does that more, I'll be like, you see, I'm okay when you do it.
Yeah. But also you guys can go together with it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's yeah. I mean, she does want to. She's also very supportive with the comedy. We met first show out of COVID.
Right.
She bought a ticket to my first show out of COVID.
And
then that's how we met. So every time we are traveling, or like if she wants to travel to some place, she'll be like, oh, is this a place that you want to go? Is this a place you could perform in? She doesn't. I've met comedians who partners like stop them from performing if they're on holiday together. Like, this is our time. You don't fucking go and do this.
I don't think those are good relationships.
Yeah. But my fiance.
But no, I've heard many of them. Yeah.
But my fiance is always like,
she's like a fan of comedy.
She is, yeah.
Yeah. I think I can't. There are so many couples within comedy that the partner who's not a comedian doesn't even like it.
Right.
And I can't imagine negotiating any part of that relationship because they don't respect what you're doing at all, and also they don't see why you're doing it at all. And then you're like, and now could you make all these sacrifices for this thing that you see no value in? It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, okay, that's good that she's a fan.
Yeah. So
that's pretty good. All right, so I think you've actually got probably nothing wrong with you, right? Like, have you had any trauma? So your ACL.
My ACL was actually a happy.
Yeah, and that turned out good too.
Yeah,
you've just got an absolute blessed life.
I mean, as a kid, if I failed my exams, my mom would beat me, and that's not.
It's pretty normal here.
It's pretty normal here, so I wouldn't even classify it as trauma. I've been hit by like 2 taxis.
Oh wow! Like you've been hospitalized, or
I didn't. I just like scraped the side of the taxi.
Yeah. Then they gave you an ice cream at the end. It turned out good.
Yeah, the guy drove me home for free.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm fan of your comedy.
So yeah, yeah.
Have you been diagnosed with anything?
No.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Fuck you.
I haven't checked.
You're doing so good. All right, we have to wrap up. I've had nothing wrong with you. And all right, what's your favorite film?
My favorite film. Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh, great!
I love that one.
Yeah. Have you seen the new animated version that came out?
On Netflix. Yeah.
That's great.
That's good.
I mean, that's a wonderful property that they keep reinventing it each time, and that happens very rarely. Normally it's like the remake of something is just like, here's the same fucking thing because we wanted more money. No, that guy's great.
I saw the Netflix one and I loved it. Like there was some like mixed reviews, but it's just because fans are like, this is not what it was. But that's not what it's supposed to be.
No, of course.
You know, so
art evolves. Favorite song or band?
I used to be a very big fan of this UK. It's a British band called Spectre.
Okay, I don't know Spectre. What sort of genre?
It's just indie rock.
Okay.
Yeah, and then actually I was telling this to my fiance a couple years back, but they're like, sad, lonely men singing about how sad and lonely they are.
Okay.
And then these were songs that I would listen to when I'm in the army. I'm like, I'm so sad and lonely. I got no girlfriend and shit like that. And then now that I've like gone back to listen to it, now that I have in a happy relationship, like all of these songs, they mean nothing to me.
Do you like when you listen to them now? They are still sad and lonely. Like you weren't just putting that on it, but you're like,
they literally have a song called "All the Sad Young Men." That's what one of their songs is called.
Yeah, all right, and that feels about right though. Why would you, of all people, relate to sadness from anyone? The luckiest man in the world.
In Singapore for sure.
And favorite comedian?
Favorite comedian. I used to be a big fan of Dimitri Martin.
Dimitri Martin's great.
Actually, recently on my YouTube feed, for whatever reason, they're showing me a whole bunch of Norm Macdonald.
Norm is one of the guys.
Norm's gotta be one of my favorite. Like, he has to be my goat.
Yeah.
A lot of comedians would die on the heel for Dave Chappelle, especially out here. But I'm just like,
especially the anti-woke ones. I mean, Dave's early stuff was sick, but like Norm was just so good his whole career.
He was just so focused on the funny.
Yes,
he wasn't
to the point that he was willing to torpedo his own career anytime if he thought it would be funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, good choice. All right.
Have you seen? I don't know if you would consider him a comedian. Nathan Fielder.
Nathan Fielder is so good.
Have you seen?
He's definitely a comedian. He's not a stand-up, but he's such a good comedian.
Yeah. Have you seen the latest rehearsal?
Yes.
Plain stuff.
My partner doesn't tend to watch too many things with narrative or whatever. She loves animals and documentaries, and that's it. But she is a comedy fan. But I was just giving her the synopsis of each episode after I watched it. I would come and like wake her up and be like, all right, he just did this and this. And this. I mean, I just, as an autistic, I love autistic representation in media, and I love as well the plot line where he's getting diagnosed and he's very upset and he's unwilling to admit at all that he's autistic. I mean, God, he's just a brilliant crafter of narrative.
Yeah.
It's been interesting actually just reading about extra things around the things he's made, because I just went and rewatched all of Nathan Few after watching the latest rehearsal, and then I was sort of reading on Reddit what people say, like, oh, this isn't exactly real and he's misread. It's like, yeah, obviously it's comedic property that he's made. But no, I love him.
Yeah, definitely my modern
great choice
favorite.
All right. Well, thanks for being on the pod.
Thanks for having me.